Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Orlando, Florida, and welcome to WWE Evolve here, Wednesday Night Evolve. Quick reminder, this Friday, of course, still Friday Night SmackDown. This Saturday, we have Saturday Night Carnage. Too many Saturdays, you know what I mean? Saturday Night's Carnage, where AAA superstars will go ahead and defend their championships against WWE superstars. We are opening up with an absolute banger. I mean, this whole show here tonight is gonna be an absolute banger. But we are starting off with the number one contenders match to the Evolve Men's Championship. Introducing first, we have Wes Lee. Now, this man has already gotten a good amount of opportunities at titles. I mean, you have the Heritage Championship. You also have the Speed Championship, which most recently it was those two, which Wesley went ahead and fought for. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to go ahead and become a champion of either of those titles, but the fact he's fighting for so many championships, the fact he's in these scenarios, I believe it just shows the exact potential and just the ability that this guy has in order to become a future champion of NXT or of the main roster. And here tonight, as he goes ahead and gets another opportunity, it's now becoming the number one contender to the Evolve Championship. Up next, another man who is sort of similar to Wesley, has been great in other promotions, but here within the WWE, I mean, he's had his moments. He had that match against Mustafa Ali at WrestleMania, so he's had his time to try to see what he can do with himself, but unfortunately, to me at least, Cedric Alexander has just not been able to really demonstrate his full potential here within the WWE. Sure, he held the Cruiserweight Championship. I believe he was a tag team champion, but I believe a man of his caliber can reach so much higher. And here tonight, here within Evolve, this is a great opportunity for him to go ahead and build himself up, get some momentum going, gain some confidence, create something down here, and hope that he can go and reflect that and replicate that over on the main roster. So a lot like Wesley, a man which even at his age has so much potential and so much left in his career. He just needs to go ahead and unlock it. The third man is Riley Osborne. For me, this man is things are a little different. On paper, there isn't as much potential for this guy. He just, I mean, it's just one of those situations where you're good, but there's people around you who are so much better. I mean, here on the Evolve roster, there's Jackson Drake, Lince Dorado, Harlem Lewis, It's Gal, Super Sean Legacy, I mean, Cedric Alexander, Thea Adonis. I mean, there's so many greats that it's hard that even when you're good, it is hard to be the best. And then you look at NXT, and then you still got to get to the main roster and come out on top of the main roster. So with Riley Osborne, I do see it a lot harder compared to these other guys to really be able to make it to the main roster and go ahead and be able to do something up there. But just because it's harder does not mean that it's impossible. As next up, The Adonis. This man has some flow with him, and he could certainly go ahead and, just like Wesley and Cedric Alexander, slowly build himself up. I mean, it truly only takes a couple of matches of building yourself up and just staying consistent to be able to go ahead and do something great with your career here within the WWE. Up next, Super Sean Legacy. Now this man, he has some freaking potential. I know I've been saying a lot about Wesley, about this guy though. In the indies, ooh, this guy was phenomenal. The people love him here on Evolve within the Indies. The people love Sean. Sean Legacy. I need a coffee because I am falling asleep. My apologies. I guess these entrances are just a little too long for me. But then, talk about a fan-loved, fan-favorite. Tommy Invincible is here looking to go ahead and try to become the #1 contender to the Evolve Championship. Big opportunity for all of these gentlemen. Who's going to go ahead and be able to make the first step towards boosting their whole careers, as we've been talking about all the potential and whatnot. Who will be the guy to do so here tonight by becoming #1 contender? Because you don't even got to be the champion. It starts from 0, which is win the #1 contendership, be a #1 contender, then go for the championship. As next up, Trail London. Now this guy, this man is phenomenal in the ring. He had a Heritage Championship match against Matt Cardona, I believe. Oh no, it was not Matt Cardona. It was Luca Crucifino. In fact, I may have just spoiled that. I don't remember if that Matt Cardona thing already happened or not. I believe it did. I think it happened yesterday. I don't remember. Point is, Trail London has phenomenal talent. I mean, there was so much talent here on Evolve. So many people with so much potential. But again, it just takes that little bit of you could just say chance, opportunity, luck, whatever you want to call it, being able to come out on top against the rest. This next up, we have Giovanni Vinci. Had his time to shine with Imperium. Afterwards, well, things weren't as good for Giovanni Vinci, but again, maybe he can go ahead and build himself up, maybe make a return to Imperium, rebuild the burnt bridges, and I don't know, maybe become a tag team partner with Ludwig Kaiser or something. I don't know. Maybe just a thought in order to save Giovanni Vinci's career here within the WWE. And the reason I bring up all this about potential, and some people do, some people don't, is because new year means new faces, which also means some people gotta go. Some people are bound to get cut. As much as we wish we could go ahead and keep absolutely everybody within the WWE roster, it's difficult as this match begins. I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about that. I mean, first and foremost, if we had a bunch of talent, we have the money to keep them, yes. But I think the thing is, when you have so much talent, it's hard to showcase all of them on TV. People are going to get mad, which then is like, why am I wasting this money to not even showcase on TV, or for them to end up trying to leave because I'm not showcasing on the TV. So it's a difficult, tricky situation, but it's just a reminder. We're getting closer and closer to the new year, to the Royal Rumble season, Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania season, and well, same way, as I said, new year, new face as well. It also means saying goodbye to some of those superstars who may not be at the level that we need them to. So hopefully this is a wake-up call to everyone within the WWE roster, from Evolve all the way to the main roster. That's hey, that time of year is coming. So if you're gonna pop off, lock in, it's gonna be now. Cedric Alexander has just been eliminated by Sean Legacy. We're trying to eliminate Trill London as well. However, Theodonis being able to go ahead and interrupt right there as Trill London able to hit a nice stunner onto Theodonis, as Wesley now getting attacked by Riley Osborne, who may be looking for the powerbomb right here. Instead, going to drop Wesley onto the rope, and Trill London has been eliminated by Sean Legacy, who now has 2 eliminations. Make that 3, as Tommy Invincible has now been eliminated. Now only 5 contestants left. Giovanni Vinci eliminated. Sean Legacy is on a hot streak. Every person who has been eliminated by Super Sean Legacy. Looking to continue that here as Riley Osborne is able to fight back right here, hopping back inside of the ring, keeping himself safe. Now grabbing Wesley is Super Sean Legacy, sending him over the top ropes. Theodonis into ropes right there that may have saved Wesley, who's now able to go ahead and get back inside of the ring quickly. Met by Super Sean Legacy once again, though, as Super Sean Legacy picking up and dropping Wesley straight onto the ropes as Theodonis now looking to eliminate Riley Osborne. Can he get this done? Can he go ahead and get the elimination? No, it looks like Riley Osborne may be able to hold on. The man who might be eliminated now is Wesley, and he has Super Sean Legacy with another elimination. And now another, it is Riley Osborne. Super Sean Legacy. Sean Legacy has eliminated everyone, looking for the final one. And I mean, the introduction to every single participant took longer than the match, but it is Super Sean Legacy, the new #1 contender to the Evolve Men's Championship. Congratulations to Super Sean Legacy, who's able to go ahead and get the victory here tonight. He's the new #1 contender to the Evolve Men's Championship. So Jackson Drake, watch out, because you have a new challenger. That's going to be interesting. Up next, we have some men's singles action. Now this man right here, he's been on a similar path to say as Wesley, where he's had championships opportunities. He's had the opportunities to go ahead and become #1 contender again for the Evolve Championship. I mean, he's had all these opportunities and still he has failed at becoming the Evolve Champion. He has stated that he is not finished, but not too long ago he took a loss to Wesley. It was by countout, but nevertheless, you know, he went ahead and lost. So a difficult spot that Lince Dorado is in right now, but hoping he can go ahead and find himself, and maybe he gets a rematch against Wesley, trying to recover. We'll have to see how things go. Maybe a little too ahead as well. First, here tonight, Lince Dorado has to go ahead and face off against Lexis King. Big match. Because I do believe it is a big match. As here tonight, even though we just had a new #1 contender be crowned, I feel like in so many situations when there's so much great talent, whether it's a #1 contendership or not, you can go ahead and bring out past matches like these, for example, to go ahead and kind of make a statement of saying, yo, I deserve a title opportunity, I deserve a championship, right? Whatever the case may be. So as much as these matches are not #1 contenders matches, they are definitely still very important, and we'll go ahead and see who ends up coming out on top here in this match. Lexis King versus Lince Dorado. Let's go ahead and see who wins the match. As Lince Dorado, I was able to fortunately have a little backstage interview with him, and we were just chatting it up. It wasn't an interview, maybe more like a talk between friends, which then, you know, I just asked certain questions that as a commentator I would like to know. And the first one was, why the Evolve Championship? And the thing he told me was the Evolve Championship, this specific one here in WWE, as real quick, as for those who didn't know, Evolve was a separate promotion years back. Had its champions, it created a lot of stars. It helped build up stars like Drew McIntyre, Austin Theory, and so much more. It was a separate thing, eventually getting bought out by the WWE and now being created into this. And well, while the old Evolve its history and all that is still kind of known, it's not considered part of the WWE Evolve history. So let's go back to what he told me. He told me that WWE Evolve is basically something brand new. Something where he can go ahead and make history. Sure, over in the main roster, he could try going for a world championship or something. But, I mean, there's been so much. Over here in Evolve, there's only been one champion, the inaugural champion, Jackson Drake. So if he can become the second, maybe just the top 5 even, that is history making. Because then people can go ahead and credit him for lifting the value of the Evolve Championship. Whereas in the WWE Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, that value is already so high or if he were to win it, people may not say the same things. In fact, they may say he doesn't deserve it, that he is unworthy of the title. So he is here to basically be able to add some prestige to his name and say that he did something meaningful here within the WWE, and that is bring value to the Evolve Championship, which is a beautiful message, but unfortunately the WWE is not about beautiful messages. Anyone can go ahead and spit out something that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy in your heart and makes you want to go ahead and support certain superstars. Unfortunately, WWE isn't about that. It's about getting victories. Nevertheless, Lince Dorado may go ahead and get that. And he does. A victory over Lexis King, still quite near the top is Lince Dorado. Of course, losing to Jackson Drake, losing to the Vanity Project, a loss against Wesley, but still, as they say, I'm closer to the LeBron than you are to me. That's how Lince Dorado is. I'm closer to Jackson Drake than you are to me. Big victory for Lince Dorado, big match opportunity right there, and I can only hope that up next should go ahead and be a rematch against Wesley, and then maybe he can go ahead and face the winner of Super Sean Legacy versus Jackson Drake. There we go. Well, we'll have to see what ends up happening, and we'll wait. As next up, we have some women's singles action. Up first, we have the #1 contender to the Women's Evolve Championship. This is Kendall Gray being able to win a triple threat match between Wendy Chu herself and Zeta Steele in order to be able to become the #1 contender to the Women's Evolve Championship. That's set to be put on the line next week, if my memory serves me correct. Here tonight, they're trying to prepare before that championship match against Zeta Steele, which is very risky for two main reasons. Number one, you have a championship match next week, and you're going into a match against one of the top women's in Evolve. There's a very high chance that you can get very hurt in this match. With two top women facing each other, there's a very high chance you can get hurt, and you're only going to have about a week to recover, because even then you got to keep training throughout the week, which is going to be, make things difficult in order for you to go ahead and prepare for your championship match. So that's the first reason. The second is you already beat Zeta Steele and Wendy Chu in a #1 contenders match. Now you're facing Zeta Steele again. If you lose, what does that say about your #1 contendership? Was it a fluke? So Kendall Gray, can't lie, is risking a lot here tonight, facing off against Zeta Steele, but there's also, those are the cons. There's also the positives. The pros, well, she can prove that the victory in the triple threat match for the #1 contendership was not a fluke. She can go ahead and truly prepare herself before that championship match by facing another top woman in this division. And it kind of just shows the level of talent that she may have, in the sense that being able to not be afraid to put her body on the line just because there's a championship match the next week. No, she's willing to go in, week out, and just fight. Not because there's the title on the line or anything, but simply because she likes winning. So I do think that there are the pros and cons to the match here tonight against Zeta Steel, but nevertheless, win or lose, Kendall Gray will be facing Callie Armstrong for the Women's WWE Evolve Championship next week. We'll see how things go right there, as at the moment, it is Kendall Gray who has been doing some enormous damage to the Real Deal's Zeta Steel. Both women with so much future, so much potential, not only here in Evolve, but for the main roster as well. I mean, I've been speaking about it so much, where there's so much potential, and I think now what's missing is for any of these superstars who I've been saying that have lots of potential to go ahead and fulfill it. Right? I mean, you've seen people who have had so much potential and unfortunately have not been able to really fulfill it. I mean, one of the most notable names, Adam Cole. What a man he was down at NXT with the Undisputed Era. I mean, top notch. He ended up leaving the WWE, and then, well, unfortunately for him, I would say the injuries killed him, man. And he wasn't able to go ahead and truly reach his full potential. You look at other superstars like Keith Lee, another man who just, again, was not able to go ahead and fulfill his potential. So, a lot of superstars here in Evolve, NXT, heck, even still in the main roster, who have so much potential, but it is truly about who can go ahead and fulfill that potential. Because, well, potential is only something that can happen. It's about doing something and making it happen, and right now that is Kendall Gray who wants to go ahead and make it happen. Big elbow drop onto Zeta Steel, looking for the pinfall. Can she get the victory here too? Kick out at 2 by Zeta Steel, able to escape right there. However, I do not think that Kendall Gray has done another elbow drop. Big damage, and now Kendall Gray trying to put this match to end, trying to secure another victory over Kendall Gray ahead of her championship match against Callie Armstrong for the Women's Evolve Championship. There is no way that Kendall Gray kicks out of this. 1, 2, 3. Kendall Gray with a big win against Zeta Steel. And look who's here, the Women's Evolve Champion. These two are set to battle it out for the Women's Evolve Championship next week. And it looks like Callie Armstrong was watching this match closely. Kendall Gray ready to go ahead and fight out for the title right here, right now. A little face-off between the challenger and the champion. Callie Armstrong, Kendall Gray battle it out next week for the WWE Women's Evolve Championship. And man, was that nice. Look at that showdown. That is bound to be a absolute banger of a match. Callie Armstrong versus Kendall Gray. Hoping that is a truly an incredible match. As next up, we have a championship match. Up first, we have Candice LeRae here tonight, getting a WWE Women's Speed Championship opportunity against the current champion, Cora Jade. See how things go here tonight. Cora Jade still quite young within her title reign. Well, not just young in age, but also, well, just her title reign is quite young. It's only been lasting for a little bit. we'll go ahead and see how things go here tonight. Candice LeRae, quite experienced, spent time with Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, so certainly has the knowledge of a WWE champion. And go ahead and see how things go here tonight. As Cora Jade looking to defend her WWE Championship, WWE Speed Championship, excuse me. And, well, again, we do see that Candice LeRae has a bit of advantage, maybe knowledge-wise, experience-wise, as, well, again, she's had those people around her, like Nia Jax, like Tiffany Stratton, and just within the main roster with DIY as well. So, on the just experience side, well, we do see that Candice LeRae has the advantage. But who is the champion? Well, it is Cora Jade, and here tonight, she is not going to want to lose her championship, especially this early into her reign. Now, I want to go ahead and actually check out something I don't know. Every women's speed champion. I know a majority of all the men's, but I want to go ahead and check out the women's speed championship. So let's go ahead and check the database. WWE Women's Speed Championship. All holders. Let's go ahead and see. We've had... Oh! Look at this. Good thing I checked my database, because I did not know this. The inaugural champion is actually Candice LeRae. I did not know that at all. Look at this. Candice LeRae is the inaugural Speed Women's Champion. Now, of course, the rules have changed. Now it's a bit of a underground match type of vibes, but I mean, I guess what an honor for Cora Jade. It's gone from Candice LeRae to Zoruka to now Cora Jade. And Cora Jade here tonight defending her championship against the inaugural WWE Women's Speed Champion, Candice LeRae. Look at that. You learn something new every day. I did not know she was the inaugural champion. I do know that over on the men's side, let's see, WWE Speed Men's Champions. Let's see, we had Ricochet as the inaugural champion. We had Andrade Dragon Lee, and then El Grande Americano / Chad Gable. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 champions over the men's side. 3. So, still quite young. Superstar, quite young. Title reign and title overall is still quite new here within the WWE. But, I mean, what are the odds of this? I'm not sure if the Prime Minister of Evolve decided to go ahead and confirm this match because it was the current champion versus the inaugural champion. Maybe it was, and that's why we had this match. I personally don't get told why they make the matches. Most of the time, it's just me trying to connect the dots, and with the Speed Championship, it's just the champion wants to defend her title. But I guess maybe here tonight there might be a little bit more story to that, as have the inaugural WWE Women's Speed Champion versus the current Women's Speed Championship, Cora Jade versus Candice LeRae. Then that gives Candice LeRae a little bit more of an advantage. Former Speed Champion has the knowledge, and you know, she's learned under Nia Jackson side by side, but Tiffany Stratton, Money in the Bank winner, world champion. So, you know, interesting matchup, and I'm just happy that I went ahead and checked the database, because, well, you truly do learn something new every day, and that is something that I did not know, that I went ahead and learned. So, very, very nice. As here right now, Cora Jade has been doing some nice damage onto Candice LeRae. However, Candice LeRae trying to go and switch things around. Go ahead and see how things are able to go, and if she's able to switch things around, then she awaits Cora Jade, who slowly gets up, trying to send her out flying. Cora Jade is able to counter, looking for a big kick, quickly countered herself. Cora Jade is sent out flying. Now the fight has been broken out to the outside of the ring. Of course, we can go ahead and still crown a winner out here. It has to be a knockout, submission, TKO. We don't need to worry about countouts or pinfalls or any of that. So we are able to go ahead and get the victory from the outside of the ring. Both ladies do. And they're going back inside of the ring, though, as Cora Jade doing some, oh my days. Huge damage taken to Cora Jade off of that pole. Somehow still able to go ahead and counter Candice LeRae, who now with a Hurricane Rana sends Cora Jade flying. Is now Candice LeRae with a big stomp right there, trying to do some huge damage here onto Cora Jade, who's now going to go ahead and be able to counter Candice LeRae, sweeping her, dropping her. Cora Jade back in control of things, as now Cora Jade awaits Candice LeRae, who's slowly getting up. Cora Jade trying to put an end to this match instead. First going to go ahead and send Candice LeRae flying. And now, Cora Jade, oh my days, big backdrop, big splash onto the body of Candice LeRae, who is now completely stunned. Oh, Cora Jade using the barricade to go ahead and just absolutely penetrate the upper body and head of Candice LeRae, who, or quite far, but as far as I can see, her head may have been busted open, and as far as I can see, Cora Jade may go ahead and win the match. The referee calls it. That is it. Candice LeRae may have been the inaugural champion, but under these new rules, there is a new champion and a new woman in control, and still the WWE Women's Speed Champion, Cora Jade, able to go ahead and get the victory here over the inaugural WWE Speed Champion, Candice LeRae. And again, you learn something new every day, so quite beautiful that I was able to go ahead and learn that, because come on, what are the odds of that? For real, what are the odds of that? As now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for our main event of the night. Here tonight, the Cartwheel Cafe went into the Prime Minister's office and said, yo, we defended our championships against Swipe Right. In fact, we crowned ourselves the inaugural Evolve Tag Team Champions against Swipe Right. It's time we go ahead and prove that we're not just here to have an ongoing back and forth between Swipe Right, where it's just constantly them in the championship matches against us. We want a different team here tonight, and not only do we want a different team, we are so confident we can beat any team within Evolve, not just Swipe Right. We'll go ahead and put our championships on the line. Prime Minister went ahead and made this match official, as we have TNT, Tyson and Tyreek, with an enormous opportunity ahead as they go ahead and face off against Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel. The Cartwheel Cafe, the current WWE Evolve Tag Team Champions. Once again, as a reminder, this Friday we still have Friday Night SmackDown. And then this Saturday, we have Saturday Night's Carnage, where AAA champions will go ahead and put their championships on the line against WWE roster superstars. We have Ethan Page versus Mr. Iguana for the AAA Latin American Championship. We have Laredo Kid versus Trick Williams versus Drago for the AAA Cruiserweight Championship. We have Los Payasos Locos versus Los Garza for the AAA Tag Team Championships. We have Fabi Apache versus Lola Vice for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. And then confirming here tonight in our main event, it will be El Hijo del Vikingo, the AAA Mega Champion, putting his title on the line against the LWO's Dragon Lee. That's to come this Saturday, so make sure you guys go ahead and tune in. Worlds Collide sort of event as AAA superstars will go ahead and defend their championships against WWE rostered superstars. Go ahead and see what happens this Saturday, but for now we have this main event right in front of us. The Evolve Tag Team Champions against TNT, Tyson and Tyreek. And we are ready to go ahead and begin this main event. Big match feel, because it's exactly that, a big match. As a reminder, we have some big breaking news on Saturday as well. So make sure you guys go ahead and tune in. It's not only are the matches going to be phenomenal, we do have some incredible news to go ahead and break for the whole WWE Universe roster, etc. But we are ready to go ahead and begin this championship match. It will be Jack Cartwheel, and Tyson who will go ahead and begin the match for us. Cappuccino Jones, Tyreek, the other participants in this match, not yet the legal superstars, as this being the second title defense of the inaugural Evolve Tag Team Champions, Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel. We're gonna go ahead and have to see if they are able to successfully defend yet again, as the tag has already been made to Cappuccino Jones. That is one thing that I just love about certain tag teams, when they know when to switch, and even when they may not need to switch, the fact that they do, and they're moving around, grinding it out, making sure everyone stays warm, making sure there's no rust, and making sure everyone has time to recover. That is what I love about a tag team, and that's what I have said multiple times makes such a great tag team. As of course right now, things not looking the best for Jack Cartwheel, as he is sent flying. Cappuccino Jones looking to return the favor. Has some big damage done right there. It's now Cappuccino Jones taking some damage from Tyreek. Referee's count getting to 6 right here, as Jack Cartwheel going to go ahead and send Tyson back inside of the ring. Cappuccino Jones misses his attack right there. As now Cappuccino Jones still able to get on the attack. Tyson has taken a good amount of damage, looking to make the tag, is able to get it done onto Tyreek. Tag made now onto Jack Cartwheel, giving Cappuccino Jones a little bit of a break. And look, Jack Cartwheel quickly met by a quick pinfall 1 and a kick out at 1 by Jack Cartwheel, as Jack Cartwheel doing some big damage right here. I just saw a list of the greatest European superstars according to this person: Bruno Sammartino, Andre the Giant, Becky Lynch, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, the British Bulldog, Gunther, William Regal, Finn Balor, and Cesaro. Not sure if I would necessarily agree with all of those, but hey, sorry, just something I ended up seeing. As we go ahead and now see Cappuccino Jones being tagged back into this match. So far, I would say that the champions have had a majority of the control here within this match. I guess we'll have to see if that ends up continuing and allowing them to go ahead and secure the victory here tonight, or if even though they are having a majority of the control here right now, if Tyreek and Tyson can go ahead and somehow pull out a victory. We'll have to see. As right here, tag made onto Jack Cartwheel. Both him and Cappuccino Jones are quite fresh, honestly. So it is looking difficult for Tyson and Tyreek to go ahead and come out with the victory here tonight, simply because, again, Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel, while they haven't taken much damage, even if they had, they they've been switching around and tagging each other in and out quite nicely, allowing both of them to go ahead and recover and just take the time needed to get back to nearly 100%, which has been allowing them to be so dominant in this match. However, Tyson trying to switch things around, doing some big damage here onto Jack Cartwheel. Big elbow drop right there, straight onto the back of Jack Cartwheel as he now picks up Jack, looking to do some huge damage right here. However, Jack Cartwheel is able to counter. Now, big boot to the face of Tyson, as now Jack Cartwheel was trying to look for the finisher there, tag mate to Tyreek. However, I do believe Tyreek is a little weaker and a little more hurt than Tyson, so I'm not sure if this is the smartest play right here, as you could say Tyson is a more fresh superstar, but nevertheless, even though that could be the case, I just realized I messed these guys up. Tyson is a one in the ring, never mind, and he may go ahead and win the match. Cappuccino Jones quickly interrupting, as now finally some big damage has been done onto one of the members of the Cartwheel Cafe, that being Jack Cartwheel, nevertheless able to go ahead and counter. Big DDT! This may be enough in order to win the match. Well, seems as though they are not happy with that. They want to go ahead and give some more damage onto Tyson, as Cappuccino Jones has been tagged in, and it looks like he will be the man looking for the finish in order to get the victory here tonight and secure another successful title defense. No, Tyson able to go ahead and counter. Cappuccino Jones quickly countering as well, though, as now Cappuccino Jones big missile drop kick. Cappuccino Jones may have wasted his opportunity right there to go ahead and secure the championships. Now trying to pick up Tyson, not able to do so. Is Tyson going to go ahead and fight back? Big hits. Tyreek still on the outside of the ring, just a little drowsy, not really able to go ahead and fully recover after all of that. As now, Cappuccino Jones, what is this man looking to do? Big stunner to the knee, or big knee to the head, excuse me. Now going to look to climb off of the top ropes, looking for the final splash in order to secure the victory. Sends Tyson down. Now Cappuccino Jones to secure the titles. 1, 2, 3, there it is. The Cartwheel Cafe are still the WWE Evolve Tag Team Champions. Their second successful title defense. They have now beaten the Vanity Project to crown themselves the inaugural champions, defended their titles against both TNT and Swipe Right. Things looking good for the Tag Team Champions. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you guys all over on Friday Night SmackDown.